Hello again. This is the course of information system development, and we are going to continue with the next section in Django form processing. In the previous video, we learned about the basic filters. Okay, we learned about the basic filters with the function in the Django with the query, and in this video, I'm going to teach you how to filters with the additional packages. So these additional packages, it will be like, yeah, somehow some people said that it's much better, or some people they prefer the previous one. So yeah, I give you some alternative how to deal with the filtering. So the Django filters, actually, it provides an additional package to conveniently filter the data. Some people said it is more convenient, but some other people said it's better to use the previous function. Yeah, it depends on the user. So before running the Django filters, let's add the models with additional attributes. So I would like to put one more attributes here. So in this model, I would like to update. There is one line here. You can add the time zone. Okay. The time zone, there is one line, and then there will be one more like tuple here. So this is a tuple, if you know Python, okay, the bracket or the parenthesis represent the tuple. And yeah, I put the color red for the additional lines. Okay, so you can just check this one. So you can go to your PyCharm, okay, and then go to the model. Where's the model? Yes, this one. So when you have this model, just update the first, this one, okay. So I will just copy this and then I put this here, okay. And after I have this one, you can go back to your PPT and then add the red color part, okay. So there are 4 additional lines. So those are the additional lines here. I guess you already know about the char field, okay. And then yeah, you have the integer field, okay? And then you have the date time field, you have char field, and you have the integer field. If you still remember, in your mid exam you are using the positive integer field, so it is related with the positive number only. Okay, yeah, you can use that positive integer field, but yeah, let's just use the other kind of function, which is the integer field. So after you have the additional model or the additional attributes, you need to okay, so you need to add default, because it is an additional attribute. Okay, so if you are like this one, default 0, and then default male, and then you have default 0, and then the default is time zone now. It means anything that you will add into your database should have a value. If there is no value, then it will be error. Okay, so please remember that whenever you update your data, or whenever you update your attribute in your database, you need to put the default. If it is an integer, then you can just give any value like 0. If it is time, then you can just give the time now. If it is like character or string, you can just define what character or what kind of string that you want to store in your DB. Okay, so in many cases, additional attributes are not allowed to be null values. So you need to define default values for all the data. Afterward, you can modify the data if it is necessary. So you can go to the admin page and then you can modify later. Yeah, that's the manual way. Yeah, there is still no automatic function. Yeah, maybe there is, but yeah, it's better to use like this one. And you can set and map the data in accordance to the particular values. For example, yeah, you want to set 0, 1, and 2. So 0 means student, and 1 means employee, and 2 means the admin. Hence, you can write a tuple of dictionary to define the mapping value of integer into particular job. So that's why you see this one. This is a dictionary. Okay, you have 0. What is 0? 0 represents student. 1 represent employee. 2 represent the admin. So you may ask why this is dictionary. Yeah, we can set this one. It is a tuple. So this is another tuple. And inside the tuple, we have two values. Okay. So that's the definition of that one. Okay. And yeah, in the table job, you need to describe the integer value based on the choices defined by tuple job choices. So you can see this one. Okay. So the integer field will be depending on the job choices. The job choices is here. So if it is 0, then it is related to student. If it is 1, it is related with employee, and it is 2, then it is related with admin. So I do not want to put the text, but I just want to put the values like 0 to 1, 2. That's why even though it is integer, but I can connect to the dictionary job choices. Okay. So we use that kind of mapping to show in your HTML file later. Okay. So after we have the model, as you might know, we need to update. Okay. We need to update the model. So first is to make the migration. Okay. I will just copy and paste this one. So you need to run the manage.py. Okay. After you do this one, so make migrations user mgmt. So you want to migrate something. Okay. Then it will check. Okay. Yeah, it shows the things is like the add the field age to member, add the field date join to member, add the field gender, and add the field job. Okay. After you have the affected file, then you can migrate. Okay, so migrate means you want to like commit in the database. You want to fully revise your file, and then all the migration will affect to the files in Django, like the admin, authorization, and other things. So after you have this one, you need to check in your schema. So this is about the member. Okay. Yeah, I guess this one should be changed accordingly. Yep, you have the date join, and then you have the gender, which is default by male, and job 0, 0. Okay, because it is only the initial value, and the age is 0 and 0. Okay. Oh, so after you do the migrate, you can check in your admin page to confirm about the changes. And if you want to change some data, let's put the age more than 0. For example, one object has 15 and the other object has 20, for example. Okay. If you use this one, you may have some kind of issue like job. What is job? Before we have 0, 1, 2, but now we have only the integer, which is not which does not appear with the categorical values. So if you are using with the admin, let me show you. If we are using the admin stuff, I hope that you still remember last time I put the admin and I give you the password of IME203. Okay. Yeah, so please don't forget the password. If you forgot the password, then you cannot enter that admin. If you forgot this admin, you can generate a new super user, create another name, not admin, but maybe you can put admin1 or something, and then you can create another password, and yeah, you can enter like this one. So you can go to the members, and let's check if you are going to members 1. Okay, so the members one name is this one, in email this one, age. Okay, you can change like what is it, 15 and 20. Okay, so let me just follow this one, 15, and then you can change the date, join the date and the time, and gender. Yeah, you can change the gender if you want, and job. You can see it. in the admin page, it automatically show the categorical value, but in your PyCharm, it will just show the number 0, 1, 2. Okay. So you can, yeah, it's up to you. You can change if you want. Maybe you want to change to employee. Okay. And yeah, nothing else, and save, I guess. What about the object number 2? Let's say this one, the age is 20. Okay. And okay, let's say just put the student. And after you have those numbers, yeah, I would like to let you know about the library Django filters. In my computer, I already have these Django filters. If you don't have the Django filters, I recommend you to open your Anaconda prompt. Okay, in your Anaconda prompt, and you can do with the pip install Django filters. Okay, and after you install this one, okay, because I already have those files in my computer, so it's already satisfied. If you don't have those files, then it will take some time to install this Django filter in your computer. So let me close this one. Note that the Django filter version follows the version of the Django framework you have. Let's say if you have Django framework 2.1, it would be good to use Django filter 2.0. Otherwise, install the Django filter 1. Yeah, it depends, because now Django is already updated until 3. I guess the Django filter is enough with the version 2. Okay. So here I would like to teach you, we are going to make one new file which is filters. Okay. So the filters in the user MGMT will be used to filter the information. So you can just copy and paste this one and create a new file, filters.py. And you can put the files in the user MGMT. So in the user MGMT, you can create a new file. So this one is file, and then you will have filters. Okay, now in this file, you know that it creates a form. Okay, so last time we know about forms. And I'm going to use the Django filters, the library that I already installed. And I'm going to use the models that we have, which is the member. And this is the way to do the filtering. So it is using one of the class in the Django filters, which is filter set. And now please pay attention to this one. I will use the class meta. So the class meta means I need to define what kind of meta information. So the meta information represent like the model, it is from the member. Okay, and then the fields that you want to show is about the salutation, first name, last name, age, and gender. So those titles should be the same with the attribute that you have in the model. And then exec I contains exec, range, or GD, and starts with they are the query function. Okay, so if you still remember in the SQLite, okay, those kind of words are the query. Whether you want to know the exact query, the exact text, or you want to know whether some text contain a kind of particular character, and yeah, and so on. So we have these filters, and you can put one more function in the fuse.py. Okay. In the fuse.py, I will go to fuse.py here. You can put one more function. Now I would like to use the file filters that I just created and import the member filter. In this search, I would like to use the query. I would like to get all the objects from the database, and I would like to filter it according to the request get. Okay, so the request get, so later we will check on the HTML file, and then all the query set will be listed in the user list. So here is the result from the all that we want to retrieve. So here you have the request to list search filter.html, and the filter, it is related with the members that you want to get. So let's see. After I have this search, so I need to make one new link. Okay, so I just make this link for you. So you can go to URLs, and then so as the search basic is just using the basic query, and now the search is using the Django filters. The same as before. Yeah, I just want to give the search, the name search member. Actually, it's not correct. It's not good to have the same name, but it's just because it is different website. Okay, so I just use the same name. And then we can have the HTML file. The HTML file will be this one. Okay, it's a little bit long, but please check the file name, list search filter.html, and then I will put it into the templates. So you have the HTML file, list search filter. Oops, filter. Okay, is it with S? No. Okay. So oops, I don't want to check the. Okay, and change this one. So I have already the page here, and then I need to check. Okay, now I can run. So I can just go to the page here, and then yeah, now you can see, right, there are several more columns, several more rows. Salutation, first name content, last name, age is greater than, age is range, and gender starts with. Okay, what does it mean? I guess I give you some explanation here. Okay, so the library Django filters allows user to set the filter according to the reference in Django. So what is the reference? So we have the reference, like the exact I contains GT, like this one. So GT means the greater than. GTE is greater than or equal. LT is less than. LTE is less than or equal. I contains is the word contains in the data. Starts with, so the word starts with a character. Ends with, words ends with a character. Exact, so exactly the same. Range, the value is in between two values separated by comma. So those are the important lookup expression. Okay. So you can use this one with meta, with the class meta. So the class meta here will define the lookup expression in the form of list. So you can put several several options. Like for example, here you have salutation exact. First name I contains, last name exact, age it is greater than or range, and gender start with. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there are 6 query. You can check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there are 6, and they are putting in the column wise. So sorry, yeah, it's one column. So there are 6 rows. So here is the query. Okay, and yeah, actually when you are doing with this one, you need to use the filter or the filter that you created in order to get the data that you want to pass from the HTML file. So here is the files. Okay, let me show you the research filter. Okay, so here you can see I am going to use form, and the method is get, and then I would like to filter form.sp. Okay, so this sp is related to the paragraph that you want to use, and yeah, this one, the first filter, it is related to the form, and then the sp is, yeah, the paragraph that you put in text. So this is the Yeah, this is the text, this is the text, this is the text. Okay, and then when you click submit, it means you are going to search. So there's one more which is related to the filter. Okay, so yeah, if you already have the filtering here, let's show the first name and the last name. Okay. So here it shows the first name and last name. This one it shows the first name and the last name. This actually just one statement, but it is a loop. Okay, it is a repetition. We want to know all the filter in the form that you already created. So that's why you can go here. So these are all the fields that you are going to search. So the rows will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Yeah, that kind of filtering is one way. Okay. And the other way, we can use some alternative, okay? Or we can say that instead of the class meta, we can just use the lookup expression. So the lookup expression can be something like this one. Okay. So this is the same with the previous one in the filters.py is the same. In the different is only this part. Oh, maybe I can just show you with this one. If I want to show Mr. Okay. Yeah. Oh, I think it should be exactly the same, Mr. Then you will see. If it is not the same, then it will not show the result. What about the first name? Okay. So the first name, if contain A, then it shows like this one. Okay. Last name, if last name contain B, yeah, nothing, because it should be exact. Okay. So the idea is the same with the previous one. So if I want to search all, then it will show. You can see the it's here. Now the join date is here, and the job is 1 and 0. So 1 is the employee and 0 is the student. Now in the next example, I would like to add more about the lookup expression. I guess the remaining code are the same, but the only difference is this part. So before the class meta, I include some statements. You can just copy and paste this statement and put it into the member filter before the class meta. Okay, so you have this class meta. Oops. Oh, yeah. If you have this issue, okay, because we don't have the job choices. You remember the job choices that we have before was related to the categorical data from the 0, 1, 2. So you need to include this one as well here. So the job choices will appear as what you get here. Now you have the first name, date join, and date join under bar GT, and then you want to get the job. So let's see if you have this one. Okay, I can just refresh this one. You can see there are more functions appear. So the first name contains, and then the date join year, and then the join year is greater than, and job. Okay, you can see some kind of list. Okay, so if you can see, not list, but it's an option. Okay, if you can see this option, yeah, it is good. So in your exam, okay, I also gave you somehow the problem is similar with this one. If you are having the box and can about the unit of the product, if you can put with this kind of option, it will be convenience for the user. It is related with the filtering, but yeah, if you are doing with the HTML, it means you are using the options that you already learned in the first part of the HTML. If you want to check more, the lookup expression is something related with the filter reference. Yeah, you need to know more about those lookup expression. There are many, okay, but I do not want to teach you all. So just the basic filter reference, like character filter, number filter, choice filter, date time filter, and duration filter. So those are the important filtering, and you can use this one. Like if I want to check the first name, so the first name, this is the attribute name in your model, and you want to filter it based on the character, and the lookup expression is I contains. So here you can just use the I contains to indicate the first name. Okay. So this statement actually, it is the same with this one. What about the date join? So date join also the same. This one, okay, I don't put the date join here, but in the date join, I would like to use the number filter. The field name that I will use is the date join, and the lookup expression is here. Then the lookup expression is more related with something expressive like day, hour, something like that one. And if you want to check if the date join is greater than, then you can just use the GT, you know, in the query, you learn about the GT, LT, greater than, less than, okay. So those kind of expression can be used also in this lookup expression. And yeah, you can use number filters with respect to this lookup expression. And then job, okay, you know that the job is related with the job choices. So if it is 0 and it's related to the student, 1 is related to the employees. So it is using the choice filter. So by using this filtering, of course, you will have more efforts to understand the lookup expression, whether it is char field or number filter, or it is choice filter, or it is related with the date time filter, or it is related with the duration filter. Okay, but somehow this one is good and precise. Okay? So I gave you the idea, the difference between the Django filter with meta class and the lookup filters. So if you are using the meta class, it is short and it uses lists and it's flexible in statement. Okay, yeah, you know that this one is the meta. Okay, so the meta class here, it is short. Okay, so just give the field name, salutation, and then what is the query? Oh, I want to show the exact. I want to use the first name and I just want to show the I contents. Okay, so it's very short. But if you are using the lookup filters, you need to know the data type. Okay? You need to know what is the data type of first name. You need to know that it is a character, then you use the character filter. If you want to know the date join, you know that date is related to number, so you need to use the number filter or the time filter. But yeah, those are different. If you are using the number filters, you can just use a specific number, for example, year. But if you use the date time filter, then you need to know the format of the date. Okay? So it's different. And yeah, the lookup filter is precise and concise. It is good for developers, or it is good also for programmers because they know the data type, and it is flexible to use for the categorical values. For example, if I want to omit the value which is confusing me, 0, what does it mean 0? I don't know. Okay, so I want to change into some kind of values like student, employee, admin, then you can easily use the categorical values with the lookup filters. So there's an advantage and there is a disadvantage, of course, but yeah, it depends on you. So you can use those two. If you use those two filtering, then it is still appear the same. Okay, so it doesn't care what kind of filters you use, but the result in the web page are the same. And you can see here, yeah, the salutation, first name, last name, age, range, gender. Okay, so those are related with the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The remaining 3 is not related with that query. Okay, but if I just want to check this one, yeah. Oh, I didn't check this one. Okay, so this one is not connected yet. Okay. Yeah, if you want to use this one, I guess. Oh. you need to restart it, and then yeah, after that you can try to use this one. Okay, so this chapter, yeah, you already learned about the sequence diagram, and then you learn about the basic filtering, post and get, and filters at the Django filter. And yeah, after this, I guess you can build your own Django website with the existing examples. And yeah, in the next chapter, we are going to learn more about the additional website programming language. For example, we are going to learn about the JavaScript, and then we are going to learn about the Ajax, simple Ajax, and other kind of functions that might be good for you to learn about the website. Okay, I think that's all for this video. And if you have any questions or if you have any issues with this course, then just feel free to send me email. Okay, thank you for listening and see you on the next video.